Hello everyone, welcome to Rainy Day Let's Play. I'm Solon, and today we are playing a game called Geoguessr. Let's explore the world. This is a browser game on the internet. You can grab it and go play it right now. And it was also part of the gauntlet being thrown down by Prescription Pixel, a very amazing Let's Player that everyone should just follow always. And it's part of her Let's All Play series. And this has been a game that has basically taken the last 3 weeks of my life, and I think it's just a wonderful game to be able to share with people. The conceit of it is basically that you've been tied up in a sack and beaten up and blanked out and thrown somewhere in the middle of the world. It's kind of a fantasy of many people. And you have to try to guess on the big map. The big map in the corner of the screen, you have to guess where you are at. And so you can kind of click around and make a guess somewhere, but it uses Google Maps Street View to kind of look around and see where you're at. So you can see the controls are just the same as using Google's Street View, and basically you kind of like role play as the Google car, looking around and trying to find out where you are. So we have 5 rounds to try to get as close as we can, and every time we guess we get points. So basically we're just gonna try to see where we're at, so we can kind of see there's a lot of, just based on the clues we have. Very first clue is you can see way in the background back there. Let's see if I can, there we go, zoom in. We have some Cyrillic alphabet. So this is gonna be a test of my genuine American ignorance of other countries. And so we'll see how we go. More importantly, though, than anything else, I want to see that sweet street graffiti. Oh, Google car, you're killing me. Why can't you go on buildings yet? It's okay, Google car, I don't blame you. Got that big Nokia ad. This is really nice. We're actually in a city. Whoa, there's some cool stuff going on here. Hey, congratulations! Wow, good work, everyone. It's a real Russian wedding. So we're at some kind of big church, and I wonder if we can pin down where we're at any better. I mean, obviously in Russia, and I would guess we are in the western part of Russia because that would be the most accessible for Google to look at and kind of get their street view analysis on. But now it's about pinpointing where in Russia we are, because Russia happens to be very, very large. Unfortunately, I have no ability to read Cyrillic. And so actually being able to read signs is not going to help me. So none of this is in English, which is actually kind of helpful. In a lot of places, you'll find that English kind of means that you're in a more touristy area, which means you can kind of pinpoint better where you're at. That can usually translate to meaning you're like near the coast or something like that. Unfortunately, because we're in a big city, it's harder to use certain clues you can use, like the flora or things to kind of pinpoint where you're at kind of on a latitude scale. But yeah, we're kind of just tossed out in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of somewhere really big and somewhere really important, but nothing that I can identify besides it being Russia. And just because it's in Cyrillic doesn't actually mean that it's Russia. It could actually be any of the other Cyrillic speaking countries. But I think that's kind of the best we're going to get. I think this is the limit to my knowledge. It could definitely be Ukraine or Belarus or any of these places. But yeah, I mean, we're in a pretty, I mean, this looks like it could be a big city, but it also could be kind of some smaller city. That was cool that we got to see a wedding. Oh, look at all this Russian architecture. Oh, it's so beautiful. Very cool. I love cities. Not. I'm gonna say that we're not in Moscow. But I mean, there's a point to the game where you could like approximate a guess between a bunch of places, just to try to get decent points. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, like Kiev or St. Petersburg or something, you could just like stick it in the middle, hope you're in the right continent, see what we get. All right, so wasn't too far off. 1,000 kilometers sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad. It's nice just that we're in the same continent. That's a good way to start. So yeah, that's Geoguessr. So we'll do this. There's 5 rounds to this, and we'll just try to roll around the world, basically. So here's more what one should be used to in Geoguessr, because as much as there are lots of cities to pull from, there's also a lot of roads that Google has driven down. And unfortunately, we are on a long stretch of desert road, which actually isn't like this is the middle of nowhere, but it's not the middle of nowhere. I don't know if that even makes sense, but there's a few clues that we have that we can use to kind of deduce where we're at. You can see the shadow of the Google Street View car with its dongle hanging out the top. So we have very flat plains, rolling hills. No matter where we're at, it would have to be kind of in this longitudinal area. So I'm using North America as an example, but we're going to be kind of in either this area or this area, since hemispheres, you got 2 sides to each hemisphere. We're not north enough to really be Europe kind of area, and it wouldn't be in there. So we could be in a more southern part of the US, maybe. I don't think the northern part of Mexico. That might be a little too south for these kinds of plains. But we could also be in this more like Chile, Argentina area. Or what I kind of am thinking is that we're in Australia. No, this can't be Australia. Australia has more of that, like, they have more trees, unless this is like middle north of Australia, but that's not often mapped out in Google. So there's kind of a negotiation. One other kind of more common trick is to figure out what side of the road you're driving on. Unfortunately, I have no markers to indicate if this is the right way to drive on the road or if this is the right way to drive on the road. It could be both. Oh, look, there's a little silo. Superman's probably hiding in there or something. Wait, no, we have a tree. Ah, little dainty tree. See, now that looks like the outback. So we'll just kind of, drive down the road like the Google car does, taking big leaps in not only space but also time. I bet if we drive far enough one way, we can. Oh, I don't even know if this is reasonable, but maybe if we drive far enough in one direction, we'll see that time is shifting, and we'll be able to use the sun as our guide. That's pretty ludicrous, but I think it'll work. Oh, here we go. Oh, cool. No, one step back. Oh no, this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, because this sign is facing us as mile 392, I believe, which the mile indication, that doesn't help us at all. But because it's on the right side of the road, we know that we're driving on the right side of the road. So that means that we must be somewhere in America, and this absolutely looks like kind of Nevada plains area. But hell, it could be Eastern Washington, it could be Southern Canada. Geoguessr is completely a guess of all of the geo. Yeah, it's a nice little valley. Oh, hey, buddy, what are you doing on the side of the road? He's just kind of sitting there. Is he? Oh no, we're driving by each other. Time and space is hard. Unfortunately, Google blocks out license plates, and so you can't read license plates, which is a safety thing, but unfortunately when you're in the US, everyone has different license plates based on state, and so you'd be able to kind of figure out who's from where. Anyway, we're on our second round, so you know what? We'll just take a stab. We'll just throw ourselves in the middle of the US. Pick a state, any state. New Mexico, Arizona, Oklahoma. I'm gonna go with Arizona and expect that we're gonna be in Saskatchewan. Whoa! All right! We're in the same state. And right on the border, not bad. That was pretty close on a lot of those guesses. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Okay, so we got 3 more guesses, and I'm gonna make this hopefully a little faster or slower, who knows. But we have actually a lot more to work with right here. An interesting barn. We know that we're driving on the right side of the road. We've got big, beautiful coniferous trees. Is that coniferous? I don't know my biomes. And bingo! That's what we're looking for. Aspie Lontbrooks Museum. So it's a museum of some sort. And that definitely means we are in Scandinavian country. And probably Norway, Sweden, Finland, Sweden? I only say that because we're right in the middle. Also that A with the angstrom on top of it makes me think Sweden. But hell, what do I know about countries? I am... Wow, beautiful. What do I know? I'm an American. So www.asby.nu, which means that... What is it? NU? See, this is kind of a cool thing. You never really get this. But if you can find a URL somewhere, you can find out where you are based on the... What is that called? The end code or whatever. Is NU Netherlands? I don't know if that really makes sense, but... Oh, probably Norway, huh? Doi. It's interesting because the end letters will go based off of their own name, which doesn't necessarily mean the English name. Like, Brazil is spelt with a Z in English, but it's spelled with an S in Brazilian. So I don't know, maybe Norway is not actually what Norwegians call Norway, which I would understand. But yeah, this looks like we're in a Norwegian farm and apparently by a museum of some sort. So where should we choose? Do we want to be on the east side or the west side? It's kind of hard to tell. We must be in a southern area, because once you start getting north, you get a little bit less kind of that furtiveness. How about we just pick a spot right in the middle and hope for the best? Wrong country! But hey, we did our best. Not still not bad. Not bad at all. And we still get another 2,400 points. We've been kind of consistent at that level. I feel pretty good about it. Who are you? What do you want? I wonder if we can see ourselves in our own mirror. No. Wow, where are we now? Where in the world is Solon? Oh yeah, we're like all over the place this time, aren't we? Toji no Sato Kasasa. If I can... Yeah, that looks right. That's the best I'm gonna do with any kind of any Asian language at all. But we can take a couple clues from this. This is Chinese. We're definitely in a somewhere that you get both an Anglican, what is that, Germanic lettering and Chinese or Mandarin lettering. Hello, wave to the nice Google camera. I'm just taking pictures of your homeland. Oh, hey, wow, hey guys. Sorry, I feel like I'm intruding. Oh my gosh, is this a boat that is also a house? What? Holy crap, this is the coolest thing. It's a sailboat play place. Look at this, is that a slide? Or a chute of some sort? What? There's a little slide coming down the side here. This is friggin' cool. Holy crap. This is also a part of the jungle gym. Huh. Okay. Other interesting details, we see these power lines that are standing up out of the ground. From what I understand, Europe doesn't have those. They use their space, they do their phone lines underground or something. That might be completely BS. I just know that America loves their stand-up power lines. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to really narrow down any kind of locational area of where we're at. Once again, we have our, oh, here we go. The MFN Ocean. MFN Ocean is the most helpful thing that you will find because of this little tiny dot up here. See how we can see which direction north is? That means we know which direction the ocean is. At least, yeah, that looks like an ocean. I think I'll say. Also, hey, there's a map here. I'm looking at a map. Okay, so this also confirms that ocean is to our west. However, this is not a shape that really corresponds to China. It much better corresponds to any of these islands, not the Philippines, but and we're getting up to China, a little too far. Here we go, not Hainan. Does that almost kind of looks like where we're at, but not quite. There's not a lot of China that would have ocean to its west, and so it kind of puts us in a bit of a pickle. And that might mean we might not be in China after all. Although, I guess this map insinuates there's also ocean to the north and to a lot of other things. Wow. This is an interesting position to be in, and it means, for all we could know, we could be, oh hello, on an island in the middle of the ocean, which is definitely an option in the South Pacific. Pacific Ocean, known for its hella islands all over the place. Well, there's also a part of this where you can just say, where would you like to be? Would you like to be in Taiwan? Would you like to be... I mean, for hell, we could be even in any of these, like, Chinese, what are these, archipelagos? Is that what those are called? No, that's a series of islands. Peninsulas. It could be just any Chinese peninsula. All up and down the coast. Oh, yeah, we're hosed. Although, it having ocean to the north throws me way off. No, we're just kind of taking stabs at it. Whoa, that kind of looks like what that map showed. We'll just settle down right in the middle of China. We're gonna be like way off, but we can at least, you know, hope for the best. We're in Japan. Of course we are. I'm just absolutely the worst. Still though, the distance isn't too far off, and we're in the same continent, but yeah, we're on the tip of Japan. Does it? I have no idea what that map was pointing to then, because this is not where I would have ended up in if I thought I was in Japan. Oh, I guess it is. No way. Check it out. See, there's a little nubbin thing that map showed, and yeah, that's the same shape. Well, good work, Geoguessr. You beat me. Still, not too far off, and approximating myself in the middle of China was a pretty clever strategy. Hey, there we go, gas station. Okay, so here's our last guess. And that'll be it for our one attempt at Geoguessr. Hey, this guy's like, he's like, what the hell's going on? Why is there this goofy ass car driving by? Probably looking for aliens. Which is mostly why Google is actually mapping the entire world, is in case aliens destroy it, we'll have some kind of reference point when we need to rebuild it. Gas, convenience foods, pharmacy, northern. Definitely in an English-speaking country. Driving on the right side of the road, and that is a, like, Dodge something rather. That's an America car. There's an America car. Look at all these SUVs everywhere. So yeah, we are literally in the middle of everywhere America. This looks like, well, it recently rained, obviously, and I say no to drugs. Thanks Geoguessr. You've got my back. Oh, we got a flag. That is a Canadian flag. Or an American state flag dressed as a Canadian flag. I'm gonna go with Canadian flag, because I don't know of any red and white American state flag, or why anyone would fly an American state flag. Hey! That is definitely the American flag right there. Known for the American Canadian maple leaf. An American septic tank, of course. I'm just, you know, colonializing all of Canada for America. The SKS Gas Bar, open weekly 8 to 11. Why are you in shorts? This is obviously not short season, sir. I'm gonna have to Google pull you over. You can do that in Google America. Hey, we can also turn to the right. What's over here, everybody? What are you guys looking at? In the back of your pickup truck. This place is cool. I want to live here. May not be as fancy as the nice Russian city that we started in. Or sorry, we were in the Ukraine, southern Ukraine. But hey, look at these soccer fields and a play place. I don't think this road goes anywhere. I don't know why Google took it, but sure. Google car is known for being very anal retentive. It's like, I wonder what it's like to actually drive the Google Mobile, be like, I must document everything, every road. I shall find the new roads. Like, have the conviction of Batman as you drive. It is for justice. Oh, of course, see, we're at the Friendship Centre. Quite, the Friendship Centre. I know what part of Canada this is, then. Yeah, it's right. I know what part of Canada you are. East part. The British part. Well, really, the only part of Canada I do know is, hey, it's Sarah Rail's place. Yeah, none of this gets me any closer to finding out what part of Canada I'm in, but I'm so excited that no matter what, I'll have the country right. Or if I have the country wrong, I will be justified. Which is the most important part of doing a Let's Play. Hell, we could put ourselves in, like, what, Saskatchewan or Manitoba or one of those kinds of... like in this area, because this basically looks exactly like Minnesota kind of area. Probably in the middle. Love this. It's like nice little almost rural community, almost suburban community, a little bit of both. I just wish there was some kind of sign to point me in a direction. Guess I could also Google where I'm at. But that would be cheating. Or it's just, you know, a tactful strategy. Bye, car! Gonna get in a... What if the Google car actually got in a head-on collision? Would they just, like, slowly take pictures of that? Don't know. Hey, we're back where we were! This is awesome! There's still not a single friggin' street sign around. How did these guys get around? How do they know where they're going? Oh, wait, here we go. Aha! Province of Saskatchewan. That's how we do it. I was dead on there. So, we have our pick of the litter, don't we? Saskatoon, Regina. All of those are cities in Saskatchewan. Well, we'll check our latitude. I'm gonna go with a more southern latitude. I don't know. I don't know how Google Maps works with their taking their pictures or randomly putting you anywhere in the world. Oh, what a nice little bog. This is adorable. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is a large lake or river. You decide. Not the ocean because, well, I mean, hell, it could be, but... Find a lake in Saskatchewan. That's all of Saskatchewan. Okay, so we might be a little northern, a little more north up this area. Big lake. Okay. I don't know how Google Maps takes their pictures or how it works, but it seems to be kind of even between running into big cities. Oh, there we go. Yes, we are in the state of emergency. Anyway, it seems like it's a pretty even split between being in like rural areas, being in the middle of nowhere areas, and being in big cities. Wait, Werway. Am I missing a letter here? Oh, yes, there's a few letters I'm missing. No, this doesn't help. I thought more letters would help me understand what this means, but your way does not help me at all. I have no idea what your way means. Oy vey. Sakitawak Metis Nation. Sakitawak Metis Nation. So we're actually definitely in a more native area, which I could, that's most of North Saskatchewan as far as I understand it. Pretty cool. Oh, we're going backwards down the road, but that's okay. I wonder if there's Prince Albert, Saskatoon, any cities around here? Are there? I don't know if there's actually any cities around here. I don't know if that even makes sense. How close do I need to be to get to the city level? This isn't a big city, so it's not going to really show up on the map until you get closer in, too close for us to be able to make a call. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to get 10 kilometers within range, but as I was saying, I think there's another flag. Oh, come on, flag. Give me little flapsies. Is that an infinity flag? Holy shit. This is exciting. We found an infinity house. Good for you guys. Represent the infinitus. Okay, I keep getting distracted. I'm gonna follow this car down the road and just finish my thought. But I think it has to do with the number of images that Google takes within a city versus how many images they take on a freeway or a highway or in the middle of the country. And I think it all depends on literally how fast the Google car is driving. And in cities you'll drive slower because you have to, based for traffic or for other things, or maybe they just choose to do that. But it's an interesting thing. What does it say? Oh, it's a canteen, but I can't read the top part of it. Just a place to get some drinks. Down the road? Really? I have no idea what the sign is actually indicating. But let's return to our start location and figure out what city we are in. We are in the city of Say No to Drugs. Make the guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how we, in the scope of the entire multiverse of all of the worlds strung side by side, we friggin' nailed it. 207 kilometers away. Okay, so what is this? Wow, they were just right there in that huge lake. Just at the end of it. Look at, this is the road we were driving on. Look at that. There's a high school. So Rossignol, I believe. Just a little suburban lake town thing. Ah, that was adorable. Thanks, Geoguessr, for literally taking us all over the world in one game. So now we can kind of see our summary of how poorly and or well we did. And I'm really happy about this game. I mean, okay, that one was, I feel bad about D. I think D was my least favorite. But all of them we got in the same continent, which is a good start. And all of them were, we crossed, what, 3 continents? Fortunately, the other 4 continents are not as accounted for, except Australia. Australia is well accounted for by Google. But besides South Africa and Brazil, you're not going to get a lot in this area. Except there was one time when I had one in Zambia, and I only got it exactly perfectly right, and it was right in here, actually. No, that's a swamp. It was on a lake. There was a lake it was on. Yeah, it was on the lake. And I only got it right because I saw a URL that ended in .za, and I was like, that's it, we're in Zambia. That's how you do it. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this round. I don't usually do this well. So cool. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Pixel for her Let's All Play challenge and doing this all big. And thank you all for watching, and go play Geoguessr for the rest of your life, because that's about how much time it'll take out of your life is equal to or greater than 1 lifetime. Later, y'all.